What's going on, everybody? This is Kenny here for Chilling with Jeffrey Kenny C. Joining me at this time is a hip hop artist out of Frankfort, Kentucky. He just recently released his new CD entitled The Native Returns. At the moment, it's only available on his Bandcamp page. He recently performed at the Cryptid Wisdom Show here in Lexington. Very happy, very excited to be joined by the Psy Fa repping that top shelf. What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing well, good. Thank you so much for wanting to do the interview, man. I truly appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Likewise, man. Appreciate it on this end as well.
All right, man. So, what got you into being a hip hop artist?
That's a story right there. Back in say early '90s, I met my older brother by the name of Hybrid the Rapper. Well, that's what people would know him as not right now. I met him when I was 16 years old, and we just pretty much hit it off musically. All our friends were rappers. We all pretty much used to go hit up parties. We do freestyles, all that. We would freestyle on cameras, phones, anything we could do, just freestyling. And basically we just hit it off, man. There was like 5 or 6 of us, so we decided to make a group called Basement Upstairs, and then that's pretty much how it took off.
Man, you
started rapping, started creating tracks. Actually, Alan Poe was one of them. Aaron Ritchie, Nathan Graham, which is Forensics, Hybrid the Rapper, Booty, which don't rap no more. His name used to be Soul Lifter, and that was basically the core essence of the group right there.
Man, y'all two definitely go way back, and to see how far y'all have come, and y'all are definitely making a name for yourselves, at least on the Frankfurt scene. But man, Hybrid, that dude is a workhorse. Let me tell you, this dude
Yes,
doing big things. Shout out to Alan Poe. I've just started to listen to his music recently. He's very talented, so it's good to see the Frankfurt scene getting some buzz on the hip hop side of things. So let's talk about this album, The Native Returns.
yes,
Talk about it. What was it like working on the album? What was the experience like being in the studio? Like, how do you feel now that the album is complete and now is available for people to listen and download?
Basically, I was always a group person, group-minded person. Now, I always had the individual skills where I could go and do my solo thing, but I was more geared towards doing a group thing. That's why it took me so long to finally get to the point to where I am, to finally step to the side and say, all right, it's time to do solo. I was talking to my brother Howard, and he was like, man, hey, man, I think it's about the time you really just sit down and really just focus on that album and really just let yourself shine and stuff. And I was still kind of, I don't know, I was about it, but then at the same time I was like, nah, I wasn't so about it. But at the same time, I sat down, I picked out a bunch of beats. I found this really cool producer. At the time, he was from Seattle, Washington. His name is Thaddeus Jensick from Golden Beats. And once I met that dude, like, my mind was set on it. Like, once I met him and I heard what he had, it was like exactly what I needed to hear to help me bring out what I needed to have. So, like, as soon as I heard them beats, I copped about 5 or 6 of them, and I was ready. I just started focusing. I think I knocked out like 30 tracks. Writing them seriously, no joke, in like 2 weeks. I had it all recorded within like 5 weeks. I had it all recorded. And I mean, I was just, I was happy. I was happy at the moment. Inspiration was flying. Stuff was coming off my mind. Like I don't even know where this stuff comes from half the time. Like, it's special. So like, I was really just excited. I'm excited right now about the whole project. I'm sitting back and looking at it, and I wanted to go farther, and I haven't had too much time. There's so much more time that I'm gonna put into it, but like, I'm sitting back. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of what I did. because every song has a message. It's not just your regular hip hop that you hear on the radio and all that. Like every song really has a purpose and has some kind of message to really help somebody else through their day, or you know what I'm saying, in their life. I really think a lot of people could connect and vibe with the message and all that. So, man, I'm happy about it, man. I'm really vibing. I've gotten a lot of good feedback. The shows, when we doing these shows, I mean, people are really vibing to it. Like, I see people nodding their head. I'm getting people shaking my hands after the show, and they're like, man, you just burnt that down. I'm like, that's just what we do, man. We've been doing this since the late 90s. As of right now, I ain't got the hard copies, and they're on the way. But everything that everybody's heard, I've just got nothing but really good love and good feedback. So it's like people are really hearing exactly what I was trying to convey with the message that I was trying to convey at the moment. Man, it's special to me, man. It's like music is beat. It's like it's the blood that runs through your veins, man. It's what pumps in your heart. It's like some people can't really talk. Some people can't talk and can't get their message across, but somehow through music they can find a message to get out there. And a lot of people that you couldn't touch on a normal day can listen to that song, and you can touch so many through words and through music. So I think I'm doing pretty good with what my heart was set on doing at the moment, at the given time. So I don't know, man. I'm pumped. I know you can probably hear my voice right now. I'm pumped right now, man.
It's good to hear that excitement, considering how far you've come, you know, being part of a group, working on some other projects, and now you get a chance to fly your own wings, to say so. And, you know, congratulations on your first project, and happy for you. And like he pointed out, hard copies are not available at the moment, but for the time being, you can purchase it digitally. You can go to his Bandcamp page at decipher.bandcamp.com. That's DAPSYFA, all one word, .bandcamp.com. You can stream it for free, and you can purchase the entire disc.
Yes, sir.
So you recently had an album release party. It was at McAdoo's. A lot of local artists were there. What was it like to be with some fans and some of your fellow hip hop peers to be a part of this album release party?
Man, that show was really good, man. It was a good vibe, man. It was really just a good vibe. Everybody there that night was having a good time. No fights that went off, no shooting, no nothing. There was no negativity whatsoever. It was just a really good environment. Like all the people who showed up, I want to give a shout out to KY Villains, Hybrid the Rapper, Forensics. They all did their thing at the show. We had some people from We Up did their thing. Man, it was just a good all around show, man. Everybody had a really good time. All the performances were really on point. We vibed, shook hands, made some new friends, made some new fans. It was a positive thing, man. I really feel good about it.
And shout out to all the artists that came through. Not only you had the album release party, from what I'm hearing, you are hosting open mic night at the same place, McAdoo's. A fellow artist by the name of Shooter McGavin, I believe he hosted that album release party.
Yes,
now
sir.
You are the host of open mic night on Mondays at McAdoo's. For those that may not be familiar with it, talk about it. And how does it feel that now that you hosting it?
Well, open mic night thing, it's really cool, man. It's really cool because it's not just for hip hop. It's not just for somebody playing the guitar. It's not just for a live band. I mean, we've had people doing poetry there, slam poetry. It's a good thing, man. I really appreciate Shooter. Shooter is one of my really, really, really good friends, man. Like, I got a lot of respect for this man. And he just came to me and was like, "Hey, man, I'm about to dip out of state. I'm gonna leave." And he was like, "Man, would you mind hosting? I was like, yeah, heck yeah, man. It's a beautiful opportunity. And like right now it's still kind of small, but the opportunity and for the future, it's like we can do whatever we want with this thing. We could really take this and really do something really special with it. And that's what I want to do. What I'm aiming to do is to have, we're going to have an open mic every Monday, but I would like to have at least once a month where we have really, really serious artists and people from around Kentucky coming together and really just getting our words out and really doing some really positive things with it. Like, there's the opportunity and the potential is just great. There's so much stuff that we could do with it. And we're still in the baby steps right now, just building it. But, man, it's going. Every Monday is really good. It's really positive, always a good vibe. Everybody's welcome. Drink specials, food, people smiling. It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing.
So if you're in the Frankfurt area and you want to get your music heard, regardless of what genre it may be, you go to McAdoo's. The Cypher is hosting it every Mondays, and just get yourself heard. It's not that many places that's willing to give local artists, an opportunity. So go get that opportunity while you can. Go get it.
Yeah, man, it's free. It's free reign to come there and do whatever you want to, man. Somebody just wants to come there and freestyle. That's cool. Me and Shooter just 2 weeks ago. Oh. That's all we did all night long. Just freestyled all night long.
Or just someone randomly from the crowd who may not be musically savvy, but just want to have fun. Just go check it out for sure. So, yes, first single off of The Native Returns, you shot a music video for it, WWYD, What Would You Do? And you shot the video. I believe those are your kids in the video, just vibing and everything. So, what was it like getting to shoot the music video alongside with your kids? Talk about the meaning behind the song.
Oh man, it was a good thing. The person who shot the video was Aaron Ritchie, was Matty Rich from Basement Upstairs, one of my old school partners who's still doing his thing, but just in a different genre. He's shooting the videos nowadays. He's not rapping as much as he used to. Man, it was awesome. Because the whole message behind the song is like, there's a really positive vibe and a positive message behind that song. The whole idea of that song is to really just to believe in yourself, and to just once you believe in yourself, man, just take it on your own hands and take it in your own hands to realize that your life is in your hands. And then once you got it in your hands, what are you gonna do with it? You ain't got to worry about somebody else telling you how to live. You ain't got to worry about somebody else telling you what to do, because really it's all up to you regardless. So, like, that's the whole point of what would you do. So, in the intro of the song, I'm like, if you was put in this position, what would you do with it? So, like, here I am, 15, 16 years down the road after I started making music. I'm still on the same initial message I was spitting in the beginning. It wasn't never about me, and the music has never been about me. Because if I'm just going to be about me, then I'm just a selfish individual. So what I would like to do is just to help you along, help you realize your potential, help that person next to you realize their potential so they can be the best they can be. Because once they're at their best, they can help so many more people. And that's basically the essential message behind What Would You Do?
Man, you sound like a hip-hop version of Ray Lewis, man. Just so inspiring right now, dude. But that's good, man. That's very encouraging. And just keep doing you. Much respect as well. Considering, there's a lot of explicit music out there, and, that's not enough substance. Like, I guess I'm not bothered too much with the profanity because people want to express themselves in their own way, and that's fine. But it's time for hip hop to stop with the same old, music, and start taking chances. And people may not realize it, but their voice can impact people's lives. You don't have to have every song talking about the same thing. Like that, people
I
want.
definitely agree.
So, and it's just a matter of knowing who you are as an artist and who you know. Music can impact people's lives. It could be a song, it could be a verse, it may be the chorus, but you have a voice, and use it for other than just bragging about what you have and how better you are than the other rapper. But brag about what's going on in this world. Brag about what would you do if you was in that situation. Brag about what difference you could do, not just for the community that you live in, but the hip hop community altogether. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. That's right. And that's like that vibe, and what you just now said is what initially caught my eye for hip hop in the beginning. See, because when I was younger, and I was really influenced and when I was introduced to hip hop, my cousin Jeremy Mitchell, who used to be signed by Universal Records and played with this death metal, heavy metal band called My Own Victim. He's actually the one who influenced me, and he gave me my first hip hop album. And my first hip hop album that I ever really truly owned was Method Man's Cow album. So I was introduced to Wu-Tang, and when I heard Wu-Tang, man, I was like, man, it changed my life, man. It really changed my life to make me see things that I probably would have never ever saw or heard or been involved with if I would have never heard Wu. So like, once I heard Wu, I stayed with Wu, and I'm still to this day. I love Wu, and like, they my peoples. Like, so when I first initially heard it, my feelings that I got was the true essence of hip hop, like what it was made for. It was made to enlighten the people. It was made to help people rise up out of their situations so they could be the better person and help somebody right next to them. So it's like, that's what kind of baby I was. I was a Wu baby. So like, I took it, and like, once it influenced me so much that I knew from that day that I heard that first Cow album that I was supposed to rap, that I was supposed to be in hip hop, which I wrote already. I wrote poetry and things like that. But like, it just came naturally, man. It's like, these words come from somewhere. I sit down, I will sit down before I write, and I will pray. And I'll pray and be like, just influence me to be able to touch as many people's hearts and minds that I can. And if it's only 2 or 3 people or just one, hey, that 1, 2, 3 people, that was well worth it. So like, when I think about writing, it's like I could write about bitches and hoes and rocking my chain and flashing my money and selling drugs. Like, I mean, I have done. If you heard that confession song, I talk about that confession song is real. Everything I say in that confession song is stuff that I have done in my life, and I was confessing my wrongs just so I could help people that have been in that situation to realize that you ain't got to stay stuck in that situation. There's some things that you can do. There's people out there that you can touch. See, because there's some people, Mr. Cummins, that you can touch, but I can't. And then there's some people that I can touch that you can't. But together, we're touching more people together. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. And as a man and as a hip-hop fan, I appreciate you willing to put that out there so that there's people that's in the predicament can know that you can get yourself out of it. It definitely takes, but as we all know, we all been through our ups and downs, and you can't handle it alone. It takes a good support system, whether it's family or whether it's friends or whether it's co-workers. It takes more than one person to help overcome adversity and temptations that may get in our way. And so definitely that confession song is definitely a must listen when you do purchase the Native Returns. Definitely a record that's that's the type of music that we should hear on the radio, whether it's mainstream radio or indie radio, whatever the case may be. That's the type of music that we should hear just as repeatedly as some of the other songs that you hear on the radio these days.
Right.
So you got What Would You Do, and you about to shoot a music video. this weekend with Alan Poe. How do you feel about shooting a music video for this song? What's the name of the song?
The song's called Storytelling. This song, oh man, this one is really special. This isn't going to be your normal single. It's not just your couple. You got 2-3 verses and then a couple hooks. This song is just straight rapping, just from the beginning to the end, and it's all about a story. It's all about this crack fiend who stumbles across a package that's sitting on somebody's front doorstep, and he goes ahead and steals it. So he runs around the corner, and when he opens it up, he has this epiphany. And like a flash, like all this knowledge just comes to him in an instant, and it instantly changes him. It instantly changes his mind frame, it instantly changes his heart to help him to better himself. So, man, it's just going to be special, man. We've actually got, I think, like 15 people going to be involved. That's what I've been doing most of the day. I went to work, but half the people from my job, like, they are all about the Psy Fa. Like, it's just amazing. We'd be listening to my music at work. It's amazing. So I've got all these people coming. They're really down for what the message is, and they're down for the whole movement of what's going on. Man, this one's going to be really special, man. I'm really, really, really pumped about this one. Because, I mean, hopefully the whole purpose of the song is to really get the truth and the true essence of hip-hop out there. It's like, storytelling. I'm storytelling, but this is real, true stories. This is stuff that's really happened. This is knowledge that's in all of the holy text. It's like God coming through the words, and that's how I feel about it. It's like God used me as a vessel for this song. Yeah, I'm not that smart. Some say I might be, but I couldn't have done this without God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pumped, super pumped about this. So in the epiphany, so he has an epiphany, and he achieves the ultimate universal knowledge. So once he realizes that he has this knowledge and this love and this understanding in his heart, he's gonna change his life, and he's gonna go back and he's gonna return the package to the person he stole it from. But then the person who is initially intended for is too high-minded that they don't pay no attention to it, that somebody else gets it. And whoever answers the door ends up getting it and realizes that that's the answer they were looking for their whole life. I mean, that's some exciting stuff, man.
So everybody should be on the lookout for that storytelling song, which from my understanding is also going to be directed by Aaron Ritchie, who did What Would You Do? And again, Native Returns. Go download it. Decipher.bandcamp.com. You can download the entire album. You can even stream the whole album as well. Just to get a glimpse of what to expect, you know. So man, let's talk about the Scripted Wisdom show. You was one of the performers, as well as Kentucky Villains, Swisher, Ben Jots, Grady, Fifth Regime, that's Drix and Rowdy Yates. It was quite a show, and Cryptic Wisdom, he killed it, man. Like,
yeah, he did,
he
man.
killed it. So, how do you feel about the show overall, man?
Overall, man, it's actually one of my favorite shows I've ever been a part of. It was a really great atmosphere. All the music, all the artists really did their thing. I vibed. All the people that I brought to the show were vibing. They stayed there the whole time. Man, actually, Chris Elliott, Idolize, he was actually the man who got me into the show, which I got to give a shout-out to Idolize, because that's my man right there. We've formed a really good friendship and an artist relationship that I think is going to last for our whole lifetime. So, like, I want to give him a shout-out, and I appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to get there. So he introduced me to Cryptic Wisdom. At first, I really didn't know who Cryptic Wisdom was. Yeah, I'll be honest. But then I started listening to his music, and I'm like, man, this dude's on some stuff, man. He is really putting that Cryptic Wisdom into that music. It's like I feel that me and him, we can make some music together because we on the same page. He's really trying to take music and influence people's lives to realize you don't have to go through those negative times, or if you do go through those negative times, you're going to make it out. As long as you keep your head up and you keep moving forward, you can definitely do whatever you want to as you set your mind to. So, like, man, I stayed. Christic Wisdom yelled at me. I was talking, somebody asked me a question, and he was on stage. He was like, "The Psy Fa, you messing with me?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm messing with you, man." I went up to the front, nodding my head the whole time. You're like, man, I'm digging that dude's music. I dig that whole show. Everybody did their thing. I mean, when I was performing, I had a really good time, and I noticed that everybody in that place was nodding their head. Everybody was nodding their heads, and everybody was, like, really attentive. They were in tune with what was going on. And I look over to the right, and here's Cryptic Wisdom. He's right up front, nodding his head, like, okay. So we got this place jumping. I get off stage, because I feel like I killed it. First person to walk up to me was Idolized. He was like, "Dude, you on fire, man. You on fire." I'm like, you know me, I'm a little humble. I'm like, oh, I could have done better. Because I'm a critic of myself. I'm like, I could have done better, but no, man. It was a really good show, man. I really feel that everybody who came had a really good time because all the people who were there at the beginning of the show, they were there by the time the show was over. So it's like, that's an obvious sign that something's going on.
Man, I enjoy the show myself, and shout out to Quick, definitely a fan of his. I got his latest CD. Man, I hope he comes back.
Man, me too. I'm ready to set up a show just to get him back.
So and shout out to Outer Eyes, him alongside Hybrid, and some other people that's giving artists the platform, such as yourself, to do their thing. Before I let you go to Cypher, why don't you go ahead, promote your links, social media links, people where to go to, and go ahead, man. Floor is yours.
All right, well, you can find Decipher, or you can find the latest Decipher stuff at decipher.bandcamp.com. It's available for free streaming. I've actually got it for sale for $6.99. But if people are a little bit patient, I got some secret things coming. If you purchase the album when it comes out, the physical album, I'm gonna go ahead. I've got this mixtape I put out in 2010, but I really didn't push it. They're gonna get that whole album for free. They're gonna get that whole mixtape for free. And a couple other songs that I put out earlier this year. One song is called Stand With One that I did for a contest for Coastal Kings Records. And you're going to get that for free as well. I got some T-shirts and things like that coming as well. So, but you can also find me at soundcloud.com /Decipher. I'm on YouTube. I got videos on YouTube, youtube.com /Decipher. I'm on Reverb Nation. You can check me out on Reverb Nation and things like that. So we got things coming, man. We got some things coming for the future. I've already got 3 full albums already recorded. Like this Decipher season part 1 was just a stepping stone to get to where I want to go. And this is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning. We got 3 projects already ready to go. They all ready. First, we got to push this one a little bit, do a couple more videos, vibe out, rock some more shows, have y'all come out, rock out with me. Well, let's just have a good time, man, get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that shit real Decipher.
Absolutely, man. I want to thank you so much for your time doing this interview with me, and continued success as we get ready for 2016. And have a good time with the video shoot. Thank you for your time, man.
Man, I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you for your time as well. And like anytime, man, you're always welcome. Come to any show, hit me up anytime. I'm here for you like you're here for me, brother.
All right, that's going to conclude the interview. Thank you for everyone for listening.
Yes, sir.